All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Set, ready, 6 yards. That's not good.
He'll have a first down past the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, 73 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Let's go.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive.
Switch gears. X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Alpha. 49. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
On first down, Swift. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4. Hey, foxtrot. 49.
2nd and 9 now. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Quick dance. Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Get it.
2nd and 10. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Now on second and 13. Breeze got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. Flush to his right. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to get that back to Allen. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He'll get this to Eckler. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Eckler. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that, the process of the catch?
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 19 yards away, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Ready. 5-8. 11.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Frank Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run the counter. Swift. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
First down, Chargers.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Jet bomber. Jet bomber. You got tight. You got tight. Hey, kill. 58. Hey, orbit. Yeah, Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Breeze on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Chargers 28, Chiefs 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will it just...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll throw now on the final play. And Thomas has it. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Topper!
They'll set up a throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, exit.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Breeze now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now fourth down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Melvin Ingram dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 39 on third. Now, they took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
18, chopper, chopper. Bravo.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on first and 10. Now a toss play to Eckler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you huddle him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Powers through again. And he's got some space here. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here is Eckler. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Their season